Garena Seoul! If you are from Southeast Asia and used to play games during the Flash period, you may have played games from Garena, like Blackshot or League of Legends, when they used to look like this.
Oh, look at the cleanse, look at the moves! Faker, what was that?
The premium currency back then was called Garena Shells. And let me tell you, it was bullshit. It was pay to win as. And of course, I spent a couple of bucks back in the day. Fast forward to present day, Garena posted a game making competition. And the reward is
Money! You dumb fool! Money! Or we are dead!
and I think it's time to take my money back. Alright, the theme. Superheroes.
Super nigga!
So, what is a superhero? Batman, Superman, Batman being Superman. But you see, you're not thinking realistically. There's no superheroes in this world. You're the heroes.
You are the real heroes.
And by y'all, I mean immigrant workers that bleed, sweat, just for the sake of a society. And they choose to make Birmingham.
Birmingham is a fucking show!
And around that time, Elden Ring Night Rain came out. And I, as a Sekiro fanboy, I mean Executor, what he does is just parries things. He parries every single thing. And just there's something about that parry just triggers my monkey mind. So the entire time during discussion, I try to make a game working around with parrying. Then it hit me. Sekiro is just a rhythm game. So why not make a rhythm game about migrant workers? But huge problem. Not a single person on the team have ever made a rhythm game before. But nah, I win. It all begins with a circle. Then it starts to beat 5 BPM. Then it could change colors. Genesis 1-1, I think. Basically, each color represents different type of beat. We have break, which is nothing. Start, giving you a hint that you must press on the next beat. Hit, which grants you a score if you hit on that BPM window. And end, which is a feedback for successful or failure hits. And that's basically the skeletal structure of the game. Then there comes a second person. The competition is local. You know what this means? I have to wake up early like every other human being, but it's torture doing that as a night person, okay? Yes, go sir. Sheesh. Yo, that's us, bro. That's us. Yo. Alright, a little bit of context for that clip. Our third name is Bun Day because we eat bun every day, and we broke. But it's actually pronounced B, which is translated as in Tamil. Anyway, we set our asses down and begin developing. So our idea is a bunch of migrant workers constructing on a beat, and each one of us will be developing a type of construction. So we came up with bricklayering, foundation digging, brick crushing, and prefab placing. And for those who don't know what a prefab is, it's prefabricated houses that's used to being stacked on top of each other. Singapore technology. And after a couple of minutes of discussing, we realized our current idea was kind of lame. So now just take out all of the machinery involved and make the migrant workers the machinery. What does that mean? Super powered migrant workers. Super powered superhero. So we changed our construction from brick crushing to brick house smashing, foundation digging to using a Wolverine claw to claw our way in, prefab placing, instead of using a crane, we basically yeet that thing across, and my favorite, brick layering, which is changed to brick pairing. All's good and all's well. I got selected to do the foundation digging, and you may be wondering, how do we choose what task to take? Well,
Don't need to know lah,
as a placeholder, I just have a capsule rotating to show digging and a PNG that notifies the player on the beat. Then I enhance the gameplay a bit by having the camera to be zooming with the BPM. And finally, I added music that stole straight from the web. Major problem number 3. The beat is not consistent. I honestly have no clue how any of this works. But just through sheer tenacity, I kind of got it to work. See, for the longest time, the beat is being handled via Unity's default output loop, which uses the application's runtime. The problem is that the audio source may start delayed. Despite only a couple of milliseconds, it is super noticeable. And that's when I found out that audio sources also have their own way of keeping track of runtime, which I promptly swapped to, and yeah, it worked out pretty great.
Then came another problem. We were told that there will be kids playing the game, as if like goo goo gaga single digit people. And honestly, I have to make the game a little bit easier. Introducing Beat Visualizer. Basically, there'll be two rectangles, and when it closes in and it's at the center, just hit. You get it. Cool? Alright, moving on.
Moving on.
The art was also pretty much done at this point, so we got our game looking like this to this. After that, I revamped the hit system so you can have a good hit and a perfect hit, just like every other music game. And this small little thing actually took me hours to do. It's all possible because of you, the audience. So be sure to subscribe so I can do more stuff like this.
Please
So, it was 6 hours before submission. The time was 2 AM. Everyone is basically done with the mini game, so for the last part, I take everything and squash them into one. And that's how the game is made. Now, for the most important question. Did I earn back my money? Yes, we won $100. Definitely way more than what I spent back then. As per usual, the game is linked in the description, and also feel free to play the games that the other teams have made. And yeah, bye, have a great time.